Now, what I've done here is I've pre-created this piece of text called airbrush, and I'll just turn it on for you. It's a red text, and I'm going to do a text to selection, like I've shown you in an earlier exercise. I'm going to turn the layer off, in fact. I'm just going to kind of ignore that text layer for now. And I'm going to invert this selection so that everything but the word airbrush is now selected. I'm going to go to the airbrush tool. I'm going to use the fuzzy brush here. And I'm going to create an interesting effect using this airbrush tool because I think it's a really cool tool, and not as many people should use this as possible. So notice what happens when I try and airbrush over the lettering. Because I have that selection inverted, it's only allowing me to paint onto everything that's not the word airbrush. So it leaves this really cool sort of, almost as if I took a stencil and stuck it against a white wall, airbrushed it, and then afterwards pulled the stencil off. And I just think that's a really cool looking effect here. And that's how you can use airbrush in conjunction with selections to create some really interesting effects. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to darken up the color, and I'm going to give it a second coat of paint, so to speak. I'm going to change the mode here to overlay. What that will do is it will darken very subtly those areas that I'm now painting in, and you can barely see it because it's in overlay mode. It's a very light sort of effect. And you have to open this GIMP document that comes with the training package because I think it's a really good example of airbrush. I'm going to run a third sort of attempt here at spray bombing. And remember, if you make a little mistake, you can always go Control Z to undo that last stroke that you've created. Now what I'm doing is just removing the selection, and you can see the final product.